Hello students, Jai Hind. Very good morning. Welcome back to our e-learning program. Now dear student, as you all know that you have already received two lectures. One lecture that was introductory lecture which I could not send at the start of your academic session this year, which I have already sent just to explain you regarding our paper style of science and technology. At the same time, it was a lecture to just give a briefing about how we have designed the material, and accordingly you will get all your doubts solved throughout the material if you read. Today you are attending lecture number 2 in chapter number 1, chemical reaction and equation. Before we start today's lecture, let us discuss a little bit about, let's take a bit review of our first lecture, where you are explained all three activities. With those activities which we discussed in our previous lecture number 1 justifies the fact that during any chemical reaction, four type of changes can take place. First, change in the state of the substance. Second, change in the color of the substance. Third, change in the temperature of the substance. Fourth, evolution of gas. These four type of changes are generally observed in any chemical reaction. Okay. Now dear student, in today's lecture we are targeting the explanation of four topics as from your material. Topic number 1, that is, we are going to discuss about chemical equation. Then topic 1.1, also subtopic describe the same thing, but to give you an idea about what is skeletal equation. Then 1.2, balanced chemical equation, and then 1.3, heat and trial method. Okay dear student, so today you are attending lecture number 2 for your chapter number 1 of chemistry, that is chemical reaction and equations. Okay, chemical reactions and equation. And in today's lecture we want to understand few important words. Okay, and we also want to get an idea about chemical equation. That's our target. You have already understood one word quite clearly, that is chemical reaction. This word is clear in our mind. Chemical reaction, we know this word very well. Understand? Now our target is to understand this word chemical equation. In chemical equation, we are going to understand few another word, that is word equation. Then we will also understand another word, that is skeletal chemical equation. Okay, these are the topic we are going to discuss under our topic 1 and 1.1. We will discuss about chemical equation. We will discuss about word equation. Okay, and we will also discuss about skeletal chemical equation. What is the meaning of skeletal chemical equation? Okay, now dear student, first I would like to give you an idea regarding word equation. What do you mean by word equation? Just try to understand a simple terminology. Okay, what do you mean by word equation? What is, okay, word equation? See dear student, try to justify this. What is word equation? Whenever you perform any chemical reaction, or whenever any chemical reaction take place, we always give its explanation. Take an example. If we think of activity 1, where we have taken magnesium ribbon and it was burnt in presence of air to produce white colored powder, which is called magnesium oxide. Now dear student, try to understand that chemical reaction which we have discussed in activity 1. If I want to explain that chemical reaction, I have to understand an extended explanation, like take magnesium ribbon and burn magnesium ribbon in presence of air. Understand, and as a result magnesium oxide is formed. This is the way I can give explanation. Okay, right? Suppose activity 3, if somebody ask me to give explanation to that reaction, I would have to speak like, when hydrochloric acid, hydrogen chloride acid, reacts with zinc powder, it produces zinc chloride and hydrogen gas. That way I can give in detail explanation. You understood this? But dear student, try to understand one very important thing. Come back to activity 1. When ribbon of magnesium is burnt in presence of air, it produces magnesium oxide. Is there any way that I can write this in short form rather than giving a large explanation to the chemical reaction taking place? Yes. If I want to just express the same chemical reaction in simple words, take an example. Can I write the same in this way? Magnesium, okay, plus oxygen gives magnesium oxide. You understood this? Initially, I was speaking and giving a large statement like when ribbon of magnesium is burned, it produces magnesium oxide. But suppose I write the same chemical reaction, understand algebraically in word form, this is called a word equation. Understand? So you can say that word equation is a shorter, abbreviated, understand precise way of writing any chemical reaction. Any chemical reaction can be written in short in word equation. Okay, dear student, remember this. In board exam, they may ask you a question. They will give one explanatory statement and will ask you to convert it into word equation and then balance it. So that's why you should know the importance of word equation. Understand? Now let us try to move ahead and generally understand what is actually chemical equation. This is a simple word equation, but now dear student, if I write the same word equation by utilizing symbols and molecular formula, it becomes a simple chemical equation. Okay, can I write the same this way? I know symbol of magnesium already. So in place of magnesium, can I write its symbol? Yes, magnesium. I know the formula of oxygen. Can I write O2? I know the formula of magnesium oxide. Can I write MgO? Now this is what I have written here is actually called a chemical equation. Okay, right? So if first we converted chemical reaction into word equation and then word equation into chemical equation. So if anybody asks you, understand what is word equation actually? What is chemical equation? The chemical equation is a short, accurate, concise way of writing any chemical reaction in short and sweet form utilizing chemical symbols and molecular formula. You understood this? This reaction can also be called, understand, the same reaction which I have written here, Mg plus O2 give MgO, and I have intentionally taken care that I will not balance. This is not a balanced equation. Okay, I have intentionally not balanced it to give you an idea about another word, that is this equation which is written in abbreviated form utilizing symbols and formulas, no doubt, but it is not balanced. So I can call it skeletal chemical equation. Try to understand what is the meaning of skeletal chemical equation. So dear student, any chemical equation written utilizing symbols and formulas, but it is not a balanced equation, then it can be called skeletal chemical equation. things are simpler, but as you know, simpler things are always difficult to remember. Though you have concept very clear in your mind, but to express it in word, sometime it becomes difficult for you. Understand? If they ask in one line in exam, what is skeletal chemical equation, so you should take enough care to express your concept in word, that any chemical equation written with symbols and formula, but it is not yet balanced, then such chemical equation are known as skeletal chemical equation. Okay. So this is some idea about word equation, then chemical equation, then skeletal chemical equation. Okay, dear student. Now if we discuss like this, understand one question in our section, if you can see the material. Okay, in our section SJ, understand, in that SHJT section, if you see the third equation, what is a skeletal chemical equation? So now you understood this, dear student. Understand, such equation which are written utilizing the symbols and molecular formulas can be defined as skeletal chemical equation. Understand, from your section सवाल हमारा जवाब तुम्हारा. This is question number 3. What is a skeletal chemical equation? Now question 2 in that, dear student. What is a chemical equation, and write all features. Try to understand. Suppose if you target the same chemical equation, Mg plus O2 give MgO, can you say one thing, dear student? In this chemical reaction, chemical equation, you are seeing two chemical substance on the left side, that is one magnesium and one oxygen. These two chemical substance are taking part in the chemical reaction, so we can call them reactant. Okay, and as a result of this chemical reaction, magnesium oxide is formed, which you can call product. Okay, so if you are asked a simple one line, what are reactant? So here, dear student, two substance, magnesium and oxygen, are taking part in the chemical reaction. So those substances which are participating in chemical reaction are known as reactant. What are product? So those substances which are formed at the end of the chemical reaction, understand, are known as product. In this particular chemical reaction, magnesium and oxygen are reactant and magnesium oxide is a product. Now one more thing, which are the features? The first, reactant are always written on the left hand side of the equation. Product are always written on the RHS, right hand side of the equation. Third point, you can develop yourself also, dear student. Reactant are always written on the left hand side of the equation separated by plus sign. Product, here only one product, but there can be more than one product, so product are always written on the RHS right hand side of the equation separated by plus sign. Next, features. Arrowhead, rightward pointing arrow is placed between reactant and product. Understand? That is also one important feature. Arrowhead is showing the direction, or to be more accurate, let us not utilize the word direction, but we will use the word arrowhead is showing the flow of the reaction. That means you understood? Here the flow of the reaction means magnesium and oxygen react and form magnesium oxide, means the flow of the reaction is from left hand side to right hand side. Okay. Next feature, when reactant and product are written in chemical equation, understand, every formula and symbol are designated in suffix for their state. Okay, suppose here magnesium solid, oxygen gas, magnesium oxide solid, we utilize different symbol. S for solid, as you all know. Then we utilize G for gaseous, L for, we utilize symbol L for liquid substance. Then we utilize aqua, that means solution in water. Understand? Any substance when dissolved in water, we will utilize the word solution in water. If, dear student, any substance formed during chemical reaction, understand, escaping in the atmosphere and not becoming available as the product, we show it by this way, arrow. Understand? But if any substance is precipitating, we utilize this particular symbol. So these are some of these symbols which can be written in suffix near every symbol and molecular formula. So these are some features of writing any chemical equation. In question number 2, if you are going to write that answer, which is also today's homework, what is a chemical equation? Write all its features. Understand? So how will you write, dear student? Chemical equation is a short, concise way of expressing any chemical reaction utilizing symbols and molecular formulas. To list out some of the features of any chemical equation, let us enlist few. First, those substances taking part in the chemical reaction are known as reactant. In the same point, you can write reactant are always written on the left hand side of the equation. Second point, the substances formed at the end of the reaction are known as product. Product are always written on the right hand side of the equation. Third point, Reactants are written on the left hand side of the equation separated by plus sign. Product are written on the right hand side of the equation separated by plus sign. Reactants and product are separated by arrow, generally rightward going arrow. Next point, the arrowhead, which is already symbolized or written in the chemical equation, actually explains the flow of the reaction. Understood? Flow of the reaction, right? Every element means every reactant or product taking part in the reaction or formed at the end of the reaction needs to be shown in their particular state by utilizing symbol S for solid, G for gaseous, L for liquid, AQ for aqueous solution in water. Upper head arrow shows the substance escaping in atmosphere. Downward going arrow actually showing the precipitation of any particular substance. Understand? So these are some features of any chemical equation. Okay, dear students, so this is the way you can write your answer, and when you are discussing or when you are explaining about reactant and product, you can take this reaction as a symbol. Understand? When you are explaining about reactant, you can say magnesium and oxygen in the above reaction are reactant. Magnesium oxide is a product. Magnesium and oxygen are reactants separated by plus sign. Magnesium is in solid state, oxygen in gaseous, and magnesium oxide, which is formed at the end of the reaction, is also in solid state. So that way also you can write, you have to take one particular equation, understand, as a example to make the examiner clear about the meaning of this. Okay. Now let us take next topic today. Okay, this is what we have discussed about skeletal chemical equation. We also discuss about word equation. We discussed about chemical equation. We discussed about skeletal chemical equation. We discussed about various features of chemical equation. Okay. Now dear student, we are targeting topic number 1.2, which I am writing here, balanced chemical equation. That is what we are discussing now. Balanced chemical equation that we are targeting now. Try to understand this very important point. First, we would like to understand the meaning of balanced chemical equation. You all know, dear student, one thing, you are knowing about balanced, you are knowing about skeletal chemical equation. Skeletal chemical equation means expressing any chemical reaction by utilizing symbols and formula. Okay. Suppose I write the one just now discussed chemical equation here. Magnesium plus oxygen, we all know very well, gives magnesium oxide, where we have also written the state. Okay, now try to understand. In this particular chemical equation, what one thing is pinching our mind, that one thing which is constantly pinching our mind is that here there are two oxygen atom in reactant side, here there is only one oxygen atom in reactant side. It is looking little orthodox, understand? So somehow a concept may arise in our mind, is this in this particular equation, when you try to balance number of atoms of each element on both the side of the equation, mind the word, what I have just now spoken, try to understand. What I have spoken, when, just try to understand, okay? Try to understand. In this chemical equation, when you try to balance means equalize number of atoms of each element on both the side of the equation. Right? How can you do it? Are you able to make any alteration in formula? Suppose somebody say, here is one magnesium, here is one, two oxygen. So can you do like this MgO2? Not at all. When you try to balance any chemical equation, you cannot do this. It is not possible. You can't alter formula of any compound. It cannot be. During balancing of the chemical equation, no alteration in formula can be possible or is strictly not allowed, and you can't do also, because the symbol of magnesium oxide is fixed and it is universal MgO. So you cannot change the symbol, but at least you can make change in coefficient. Okay, here are two oxygen atom. If I want to make here 2, I can put this coefficient 2. Now 2 oxygen atom, here O2, there are 2 oxygen atom. But while I was trying to balance oxygen atom on both sides, I have already unbalanced ferrous, magnesium. Here 2 magnesium atom, here only 1 magnesium atom. Alteration in formula is not possible, so I can put here 2. Now you can see, dear student, on both the side of the equation, magnesium atom are balanced. 2 magnesium atom on left hand side, 2 magnesium atom on right hand side. Oxygen atom are balanced, 2 oxygen atom on left hand side, 2 oxygen atom on right hand side, and in this chemical reaction only two substances are reactant, magnesium and oxygen. So what we have to do? By putting necessary coefficient at the front of the symbol or front of the formula, we are actually trying to balance number of atoms of each element on both sides of chemical equation. And when you do this, it is called balanced chemical equation. Okay, if somebody asks you what is, that's the question, understand, in our section. So if somebody asks you what do you mean by balanced chemical equation, how will you explain? A chemical equation having number of atoms of each element equalized on both the side of the chemical equation is known as balanced chemical equation. Now next question. Understand that one more question I will give in SLP. Understand, though it is not mentioned in our section, सवाल हमारा जवाब तुम्हारा, but one will be SLP I will give at the end of the lecture. Balanced chemical equation, you understood that in any chemical equation when number of atoms of all elements are equalized on both the side of the equation, that is known as balanced chemical equation. Why? Why there is a need to balance any chemical equation? So dear student, while you are balancing the chemical equation, actually you are trying to follow the law, universal law of conservation of mass. You all know that total mass in the universe remain constant like energy. Actually, mass and energy are two words. It is looking like the two sides of a coin. Mass converts into energy, energy is gathered and converted into mass. So, like the law of conservation of energy prevails, similarly, the law of conservation of mass also prevail. The total amount of mass remain constant in the universe. Mass can never be created, it cannot be destroyed. Okay, that is the law or universal law of conservation of mass. So actually, dear student, when you are trying to balance this chemical, any chemical equation, means ultimately not only you are assuring, understand that the number of atom of all element become equal in both the side of the equation, but at the same time knowingly or unknowingly you are trying to justify that total mass of reactant, if I write here total mass of reactant equal to total mass of product. You understood this? This is what you are trying to realize, that total mass of reactant and total mass of product remain same. You can justify here, you know the atomic mass of magnesium, you know atomic mass of oxygen, you can find atomic mass of magnesium oxide. Suppose magnesium, you all know, understand, atomic number of magnesium you must be knowing 12, just double it, tentatively 24, put here oxygen atomic mass you must be knowing 16, double it, then MgO find and just multiply it by 2, you will get similar mass of reactant equal to total mass of product on both sides. So dear student, try to understand. While you are balancing any chemical equation, understand, you are trying to ensure that total mass of reactant becomes equal to total mass of the product, and by doing that you are trying to justify and realize the universal law of conservation of energy and mass, that is total mass remain constant in this universe. Mass can neither be destroyed nor created during any chemical equation. Understand? You are asked in exam sometime this one line also. Write the law of conservation of mass. In material it is given in two small statements. What is that? The mass can neither be created nor destroyed, but the total mass remain constant in this universe. Understand? So you understood the question why balancing a chemical equation is necessary. So while balancing a chemical equation, we are actually doing the process of equalizing total mass of reactant and total mass of product on both the side of the equation, and in that way indirectly you are ensuring that during chemical reaction the universal law of conservation of mass is followed. Understand? So that is called balancing a chemical equation as well the law of conservation of mass. Okay, dear student. So today we have discussed these topics. Okay, now I am writing the homework for you. A few questions from our department at the end of the chapter, as you all know. Understand? So from SHGT, okay, सवाल हमारा जवाब तुम्हारा. From that section, your homework for today's lecture is question number 2. Okay. Then question number 3, question number 4. Question 2, question 3, question 4, and one SLP I am writing here. Okay. Why balancing a chemical equation, why balancing a chemical equation is necessary. Okay, this is one question for you in SLP. I am not giving any number, let us say A and B also. Write the law of conservation of mass. This is also SLP for you. Okay, dear students. So 3 questions and 2 SLP. No doubt all SLP self-learning practice you will get in topic in between. Okay, if you read the topic properly you will get it. Okay, dear students. So today we got an idea about chemical equation, skeletal chemical equation, balanced chemical equation, features of writing a chemical equation, etc. Okay. In next lecture we are going to understand a very important question from this particular chapter, that is heat and trial method of balancing any chemical equation. Okay, thank you very much.